It's alive! I just built a voice AI agent using EchoKit and Rust.
The human-centric world, we want a language that's easy to write. Maybe it has bugs, but then we can get the result quicker, right? Maybe it's hard to maintain, but let's have something working first. So that's why Python and JavaScript are so popular. Rust is not that language. So what is Rust good for? So I think there's a very enlightening talk in the Latent Space podcast by Brett Taylor, who's the chairman of OpenAI and a very famous guy. And so he basically said a human would prefer Python over Rust because it's easier. But Rust is better suited for machines, not only because it's more efficient, but because it's all more structurally oriented for the strong compiler checking, the strong type system and all that. It's just more rigorous. And because the compiler provide a very tight feedback loop, one of the experiences that a lot of Rust developers have is that there's little debugging out once the project compiles. Once your Rust project compiles, there's a high likelihood it's going to run correctly, and it would run as you intended. That's so the same can't be said by many other languages, especially languages without compilers. But though, because this property, the compiler of the Rust language provide a very good feedback loop for the AI. So it forces AI it creates what we call a very good reward function, right? So if you think about reinforcement learning, which is very popularized by, say, in the large language model space, it's popularized by DeepSeek. In the general space, popularized by, say, Go AlphaZero, right? You provide for any question or any request, you have a correct answer. In the world of Rust, is what the compiler accepts, right? It provides a very strong feedback to the large language model, so it can get really good at those things. So that's why we say a programming language like Rust, maybe it's difficult for humans, but it's really a perfect fit for AI code generators. So if we see a future where most of the code is written by AI, I would think that's to have AI write human incomprehensible Python or JavaScript is not the way to go, because the benefit of those languages are human comprehensible, right? If you are going to write code that is hard for humans but easy for AI, but you can fairly easily verify its correctness, then Rust would be the way to go, right? So that's a background. That's why we think in the world of AI, in the world of generated code, Rust, a language like Rust is so important because it's friendly to the AI and also reasonably friendly to the humans.
What are you waiting for? An invitation from a robot overlord? Get your hands on the future before it gets its cold, metallic hands on you. Go to echokit.dev and order now. Chop, chop.